Yes, yes, yes. Back with another incredible video. Tyrone, founder logicproacademy.com, and today I'm going to be showing you how to use Autopunch, why you might want to use it. Logic likes to keep it hidden for unknown reasons, but we're going to get right into it like I always do. So, first of all, you're going to want to bring up Autopunch, and that's going to be hidden here in the settings. I'm going to turn that on. So before I explain what it does and how we're going to use it, let me first just play this little 8-bar loop that I've got using the Triton preset. So that's what we're working with. Now, with Autopunch, let's say you was live recording this with your MIDI keyboard, or even if you just programmed it in with your even if you just penciled it in using the pen tool or the brush, Autopunch can be good for recording certain spaces. So let's say that everything here was fine except for this one little segment. So you might have recorded the whole, you might have done a top line melody on top. So let me just turn it off for now. Let's say you recorded a top line melody that went all across this, yeah? Right, so let's say I was happy with these first two bars and the last fourth bar, and well, obviously no, it was the fourth bar that went completely crazy. Yeah, so clearly I don't want that in, but let's say I liked the first 3 bars and the bar after that. What you can do with Autopunch is make it that when you're recording again, it will only record over the specific segment. Yeah, so let me show you. Put Autopunch on. I'll move it over here. If I press record, it will only record over this section, right? So what I might want to do is come in here and delete all of this. Obviously, the mistakes that you make won't be so friggin' all over the place. I did not think that part through when I was exaggerating the mistake. But yeah, so let's say you've removed your mistake. Now what you do, and you want to record again, you put the Autopunch over the section that you want to change, and when you press record, it will only take in the information when it gets under the Autopunch section, which is the red bar. So I'm going to press record. We're going to ignore that little mistake. See? So anything else that I record past that point isn't getting saved. But anything that I've recorded while this Autopunch was on got recorded. And there you go. So that can be helpful. More so if you're recording vocals or you're recording a artist vocal and they're doing takes and you just want to get a certain part, or you just want to punch in a certain part. But it can be good also if you're doing a lot of live MIDI recording and you want to just quickly sort out a little mistake that you've done in this little section and stuff like that. You can kind of get creative with the uses for it. So yeah, I just thought I'd show you that. That's going to be the end of this video. You know, I like to keep them short and sweet, to the point. One sort of tip or trick per video, because I know how it gets with the long videos, man. Sometimes you've got a beat there ready, you just want to know one specific thing, and then the video is 30 minutes. You have to now search within that whole 30 minutes to find what you're looking for, and it's just a long day. So me keeping that in mind, I've had the Autopunch there. And also, if you're looking for more advanced or even more a longer course that has more information in it, sort out everything you need to know, get you making beats that will sell, get you making beats that are full, finishing projects, even if you want to start doing TV and film, anything like that. It's a great course for learning all of that, and that's on the website. That's logicproacademy.com, but the link will also be in the description. But yeah, keep producing, and never think that you can't do what you want to do. I'm big on that. I know, like, it seems like every video I'm giving you a motivational talk, but I remember the days when I first was getting started, and the concept of being able to live off music, or even be able to implement a business side to what you enjoy doing, which is obviously making music, making beats. It blew my mind in the beginning, and there's so much things that, because obviously we live in a day and age where there's information overload, which can be a good thing, but it can be a terrible thing as well, because you don't really know where to go to get certain information. You don't really know what information to trust. You don't know where to start when you get information, and then even sometimes when you get good information, there's so much of it that it can be overwhelming. So I understand all of these things, and I've been doing this for like 6 years plus, from the actual learning side of Logic, getting good with Logic, and I'm learning the business side, working with big artists, selling beats, selling loop packs, expanding to different stuff. Because once you learn the business side of selling your beats, or just marketing your beats, and the ins and outs that go with that, you can start to translate into other things. It doesn't keep you hold inside your music producer, because you're improving as a person the more that you learn. But you have to start with a foundation, you have to start with a base, and Logic Pro is going to be the thing that you use to make all of your music going forward. So you want to know it like the back of your hand. You want to be an expert at it, you want to master it essentially, and that's what the course will help you to do. So check that out, and check out the next video that I release. It will be out very, very soon. And yeah, please comment, tell me what you think, tell me you would like for me to do tutorials on. Any feedback, I appreciate it. And yeah, take care.